Welcome to Bewarm, your premier electric underfloor heating brand. This is a simple guide to installing the Bewarm sticky mat heating system. This video does not replace the installation manual, so before you begin, ensure you've read the documentation provided in your Bewarm pack. Before you begin, calculate the area where you want to install the heating to ensure you order the correct size system. Carefully measure your available floor area, remembering to exclude any permanent furniture or fixtures. It's very important that you do not order too much heating mat, as the mat cannot be made smaller. Always make sure the mat size you order is slightly smaller than the total heated floor area. For instance, if you have a floor area that can fit 9.8 square meters of matting, then you would require a 9 meter squared mat. Do not be tempted to round it up to 10 meter squared mat, as this will not fit. Once the heating area has been calculated, make sure your subfloor has been prepared to British Standard Guidelines. Additional advice on subfloor preparation and information on tile application can be found in your Bewarm installation manual. The next step is to install your insulation boards. This will warm your room up to 10 times faster than traditional heating systems. Before installation, ensure the floor surface is clean, dry and free from dust. Always make sure the floor is primed using a suitable primer. Using a floor trowel, comb a thick layer of flexible tile adhesive onto the floor. Your boards should be firmly laid in place as you go, staggering the boards in a brick-like fashion. Insulation boards can easily be cut to the exact shape that's required for fixtures already in place or for renovations. When installing the insulation boards in rooms with wooden subfloors, ensure they're secured with screws and washers at 300mm intervals. In wet areas, use waterproof jointing tape to seal the joints between the boards. With your insulation backer boards installed, make sure the floor surface is free from any dust and that any adhesive used is fully dried. Proceed to prime the backer board with a suitable primer. Bewarm underfloor heating mats must not be laid under permanent fixtures, including electrical appliances, baths and toilets or cabinets, and other types of fixed units. Using a marker pen, sketch out all the areas where any units or permanent fixtures will be installed. Remember, always order slightly less than the available floor area. Before continuing, you need to test your matting system using a digital multimeter. It's important to test the system before, during and after installation and take down readings. The power cable located at the start of the heating mat should be at no more than 2 meters away from the thermostat position. Do not stick or cut the mesh of the mat yet. If you're installing 2 or more heating mats, you must make sure that the 2-meter power cables can reach the thermostat position before unrolling the heating mat, or a suitable junction box needs to be installed. The matting must never overlap at any point, and the heating mat must be at least 50mm apart and must never cross at any point. The fiberglass matting on the Bewarm mat system can be cut and modified to fit a specific area. Never cross the heating wire and take care not to damage the heating cable. Remember, these mats cannot be shortened in any way. Additional duct tape has been provided to secure any uneven area of matting. Do not use excessive long strips of tape along the edges, as this may cause bonding problems with the tile adhesive or latex and leveling compounds. Ensure any tape is primed with a suitable primer before applying any tile adhesive or leveling compounds. The floor heating mat should be between 50 and 100mm from the wall perimeter. When installing around awkward shapes, like a toilet for example, the heater cable can be removed from the mesh matting and placed loose on the floor to suit the shape, and then fixed in place with small pieces of tape. Keep all heater cables at least 50 mm apart and never cross the cables. In areas where you need to remove sections of fiberglass matting to allow the wire to fit around furniture and fittings, proceed with extra care not to cover heating wire by using small pieces of duct tape. Secure the heating wire to the floor. Do not lay the heating system under furniture fixtures, baths or toilets. Wire which has been removed from the matting should be laid at least 50 mm apart and never cut across the wires. At this stage, you must perform another multimeter test to check that the heating mat has not been damaged during installation. Make a note of the multimeter reading. If the reading has significantly changed from the original, then this could mean that the heating mat has been damaged. Contact Bewarm immediately for advice. Do not continue with the installation. If you've purchased our Bewarm Wi-Fi room thermostat, please read the instructions supplied to pair your new thermostat with your Wi-Fi and phone to help you save energy with the settings available. The Bewarm underfloor heating system must be wired via a residual current device. All electrical installation work must be carried out by a certified electrician. The floor sensor measures the actual temperature of the floor, giving you complete control of the system. Place the floor sensor into the supplied black conduit before fixing in place. The floor sensor to sit flush with the floor by carving a short channel into the subfloor using the chisel. The floor sensor should be flush with the end of the conduit. Then place a piece of tape over the end of the conduit. This will allow you to remove the sensor should it ever need replacing. The floor sensor should extend at least 300 mm into the heated floor area and then be taped down. The floor sensor should be situated evenly between two of the heating wires, making sure not to cross them. Conduct another test on your heating system using the multimeter. Make a note of the reading. Covering the heating mat with leveling compound helps protect the cables from being damaged before tiling. It's also useful in helping to ensure there are no gaps or voids underneath the tiles. Always check with the tile adhesive manufacturer that the adhesive and grout you choose is compatible with underfloor heating. The tiles can then be installed as normal according to the manufacturer's guidelines. Take extra care not to damage cables or displace the heating mat or heating wires with your trowel. Do not clean grout lines with sharp knives or rakes, as this could damage the heating cables. Before you commence tiling, ensure the heating mat and heating wires are taped securely to the floor. Leave the floor adhesive to set for at least 7 days, then gradually increase the temperature on the thermostat over the next 7 days until you reach your desired setting. Thank you for purchasing Bewarm Premier Electric Underfloor Heating Mat.